Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hi guys, this is Jeff at TradeWinds. I'm going to be doing the walkthrough with you. I'm just going to kind of work my way around the outside, explain some things, and go inside and just explain a few things, and that'll be it. I'm going to kind of start you out right here. This is going to be your fresh water tank or your potable water. So if you're at the campground and it doesn't have full hookup, you want to go to the dump station, fill up there. Then you'll have to go inside, turn on the water pump, and that's how you'll get water through the system. On the other side is going to be your city water connection and all that, and I'll show you that. But you will have to hook up to the city water. Put this in. This is your anno rod. It goes in there. Tighten that down. Once you turn on your city water with a water pressure regulator, which I'll show you here in a second, you'll start filling it up. Right now this is in winterized mode, so you will have to go underneath the cabinet inside the trailer and bypass a couple valves on the back of this, just the exact opposite of what they are right now. Once you do that, you hook up to your city water on the other side, turn on the water. Once this plugs in, tighten down, you'll open this up, relieve the pressure, you'll hear air come out. You'll probably have to do that 6-7 times until water starts coming out of this right here. Once water comes out, you know that the water heater is full, and then it's safe to light. And this is gas and electric. The electric side of it is going to be from that button right there. The gas side will be on the inside. Once water comes out here, then yep, you can light it up and you're good to go. You just want to make sure that's filled up, otherwise you will burn up the elements in the water heater. To drain it, just want to make sure the water's off, disconnected. Relieve the pressure right here. Just open that up, leave it open. Water will come out. Once it stops coming out, you know that all the pressure is out of the water heater. Then you can take this plug out right here, and it drains from right there. And we usually just leave that right there. You have 110 here. Access to the back of the refrigerator. I'd probably take that panel off, clean that out a couple times a year as well. It looks like they have one screen on here. That is the exhaust to your furnace. You can get another one to put on the top there. It just kind of keeps mud daubers, wasp, all that kind of stuff out of there. This is going to be your sewer hose that they give you. You put that on your dump station, which is going to be on the other side. It's not very long. It's not the best sewer hose in the world. I would definitely recommend using your 20% in the store on your date of purchase. Maybe at least get a new sewer hose. This is going to be for your hitching. That's just for your coupler. This is a 30 amp adapter. That way you can plug into 110. This is a water pressure regulator, so whatever hose you guys end up getting, keep this water pressure regulator on it at all times. Just get used to leaving it on there. It regulates the pressure to about 40-41 psi. You don't want to just hook a regular hose up to it, otherwise you start blowing water lines out. You have two 30-pound tanks. Those are completely filled for you. When one tank runs out, you will have to switch this over so it draws off the other tank. Brand new 24 interstate battery. If you're not using the trailer for a period of time, I would just recommend disconnecting that. You do have some stuff inside that runs off a 12 volt, so if your battery does die, you could potentially kill some of the things inside, as far as like your carbon monoxide detector and things like that. So if you're not using it, I would just disconnect it. Otherwise, if you are using it, if whenever you're plugged into your house, whenever you're plugged into the vehicle driving down the road, it's going to keep a constant charge to that battery. Other than that, if you're not plugged in, that battery will not last maybe 2 days. So you're just always going to want to either disconnect it or keep a charge to it. Have a docking light there. Power tongue jack, up, down. You have a little docking light right there. Other compartment here. This right here is going to be for your stabilizer jacks, which are right here. Only for stabilizing, not for leveling. So you just either level backing onto some blocks with the tires. Once you're level, then bring the stabilizer jacks onto some pads, just taunt to the ground. It's just for stabilizing, not for leveling. And that's just 3/4 inch right there. So if you have a 3/4 inch bit with a drill, it'll make that a lot faster for you. Your wiper seal and your valve seals, I would definitely recommend getting some wiper seal lube from the store when you're here. You know, just keep it lubed up. You don't want that dry rotting and stuff like that. You do also have one on the very top too. I usually just spray the outside. I'll get my fingers in there, lift it up, spray behind that, then you should be good to go. Some more compartment spaces. Have another one right there, so yeah, I definitely get that. That's your short cord. It's 30 amp service. Now right here is where you can hook up your sewer hose. When you go to dump, I always recommend dumping the black first, which is on the left, then pull this gray afterwards, which is your gray water, your sinks, shower, tub, stuff like that. Pull that second, that kind of cleans out the sewer hose. That's going to be your city water connection, so use that water pressure regulator I showed you up in the front compartment. Just leave that on the hose, and whenever you hook up to that at the park, if they have full hookup, then you get water to the system immediately. Otherwise, you'd have to fill up at the fresh water and use the pump. Alright, I'll kind of walk you inside now, show you a few things. These are going to be the buttons for both your slides. The one on the left is going to be for the rear slide. The one on the right is going to be for your front slide. The radio. This is where you have an option to put a TV. There's a little green light right there when I push that button. You're going to want to make sure that's on. Whenever you hook up a TV and go to air cable, do a channel search, and depending on where you're at, you should get anywhere from 18 to 20 channels. You just want to make sure that that light is on. It's basically an antenna booster. Fire extinguisher. This is going to be for your water heater for the gas side of it. Otherwise, you'll have to go outside and hit that button on the lower left hand corner of the water heater for the electric side of it. It's going to be your water pump, then your monitor panel. So you can push these buttons, it'll tell you the levels of all your readings. Hood vent, stove and oven. You will have to maybe get a grill lighter to light these. You just kind of put it on light and light whatever burner you want to, and it lights right up. This is going to be for your oven. You're going to want to hold the pilot in as you're lighting down here at the coupler. Once the coupler lights, I usually let it warm up, get nice and hot. I'll let off on that, and then turn it to the temperature I want, and it usually lights right up. That's your carbon monoxide detector that I was telling you about outside. That runs strictly off of 12 volt, so if you don't disconnect the battery or you're not plugged in, that light turns red and it starts beeping at you, kind of telling you there's something going on. It's your refrigerator. That's gas and electric. The freezer is probably going to get cold in about 3.5–4 hours. The refrigerator more like 8.5 to 10 hours. So I would recommend, if you're planning a camping trip, maybe the day before, plug it in at home, run it on electric, get it nice and cold for yourselves, and then right before you leave, switch it over to gas. That way everything stays nice and cold. This is your converter. This is where all your fuses and your breakers are. So I would definitely get whatever fuses you have in there. Have a few on hand. When one of those fuses goes out, a light shines next to it, so it makes it super easy to know which one it is. Your bathroom. GFI, just like in your bathroom at home probably. One thing I would definitely recommend, before you leave for the campground, and even when you get to the campground, get behind the toilet, check your water fittings, underneath the sinks. Going down the road, stuff tends to rattle loose, and I just don't want you guys to get to the park and hook up to your water and find a puddle of water on the floor. So I would just get in the habit of doing that. Your bunk. That table just lifts right off those legs. You can store the legs underneath that cushion. There's a little pop up there. You can toss those in there. Then the bed will just rest on the wood right there, and the cushions make up the mattress. Sofa also turns into a bed. Got your antenna. You're going to want to make sure that you bring that down before you leave the park. Don't want you to knock it off in many trees or anything. That's going to be your thermostat. Pretty self-explanatory. It's a pretty basic thermostat. You got your bedroom. And your exit window. And an option for a TV there as well. Alright, you guys. Well, thanks for purchasing from TradeWinds. Enjoy camping.